This is not the Israel-Palestine or Palestinian Authority conflict. This is Israel responding to an unprovoked, heinous terror attack by the terror organization Hamas in Gaza. So we have to be very clear. A terrorist attack came into Israel Saturday morning, very early in the morning, killed over 900 people, injured over 2,600 people, and kidnapped dozens of women, babies, children, elderly people, unarmed people, and took them back into Gaza as hostages. We've seen a brutal, heinous, inhumane terror attack, and this is what we are dealing with. It has nothing to do with any conflict. Now, for your important question about the Indian people in Israel. At the moment, some Indians have already left because our airports are open, and people who wanted to leave left Israel. In the other cases, they are getting the same instructions, the same alerts as everybody else in Israel. If we are getting barrages of rockets from the terror organization Hamas, they get their notifications on the phone, on the radio, on TV to either shelter in their homes or apartments or go to public shelters, which we have many of because this is not our first terror attack. But they are, they're being dealt with as every other person living in Israel now, as every other citizen living in now. We're in touch with the Indian embassy in Israel. We're in touch here with different people who have families in Israel. And at the moment, and let's pray it continues so, they are not injured. They're being taken care of. And most of them are in their houses or where they are. You have to take measurements like everybody else in Israel. The IDF, the Israel Defense Forces, the Israel government at the moment is doing all it can to stop this attack, to make sure that the people living in Israel, whether they're tourists from India, we have tourists from many places in the world. We have many students in our universities from India. We have people working in Israel. We're making sure that everybody is as secure, as safe as we can. People who were in the southern part that were brutally attacked by the terror organization Hamas have been shifted, or most of them shifted to the north to avoid this attack. And those who are in central Israel or in North Israel are doing according to the suggestions of the government and the alerts that come to each and every single person on their mobile phones. Yes, I would suggest they would contact. I'm sure the Indian embassy there, Indians have great diplomats, and the team that is in Israel is fully professional. We've been speaking to them, so can everybody else. If somebody has questions as well, who have a friend or family in Israel at the moment, I also encourage them to call us, to email us, and we will see what we can do to help. But the mobile lines are working, phone lines are working. People should have been able already to contact directly their friends and family that are living in Israel. But we are here, and we are here to help with anybody who needs. So please call us or email us. Some companies, some airlines have stopped their flights or frozen their flights. Some are still flying into Israel. So there are international airlines that are still flying into Israel, and we could use their flights. Also, the Israeli carriers are working and are flying in and out of Israel. Listen, Israel is in the midst of a horrible war against this terror organization, Hamas. We've suffered horrendous losses. They're still brutalizing, and I cannot describe what is happening with the hostages that they took. But we're all praying that Israel will prevail, Israel will stay strong, and Israel will win this battle like it won other battles and other wars in the past against our enemies and against terror organizations. And I do want to mention India here, because India, starting from Prime Minister Modi, the government, the state governments, our friends here, everybody we've been in touch, has been such an outpouring of support, of condemnation of this heinous terror attack, of saying we stand with Israel, who is fighting this terror organization, because we all must band together, all people who are rational, all people who want peace, all governments that are like-minded. We have to stand together and fight this terrorism. We have to make sure that Hamas understands that it can do such attacks again, but not just Hamas. Every other terror organization in the world understands that if you attack civilians, if you attack children, if you attack women, you will pay the price.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.